خلي دي ما تصح.
Say what's up, people!
وانا قلبي وانا دي ما نخوف عليك وانا قلبي وانا دي ما نخوف عليك.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is that over there? No! On up! That one is illegal! You know what? You know what? The Yes on Now campaign has so much money because it's being backed up by Chamber of Commerce and Newscom and Gascom, who sounds like Kermit the Frog, and they have so much money.
Hello, everybody. My name is Heidi Milk. I am Harvey Milk's long-lost niece. Can you believe that? That's crazy.
Hey, girl.
I'm a transgender girl from New York City. I came from the South, though. You know, we move around. Anyways, when I heard about what was happening in San Francisco, I just couldn't take it. And so I hopped on the first Greyhound, and I came here, and I'm here to say, no on L. We cannot continue to incarcerate and cite the people that don't have money. How do we expect this to be a solution?
Imagine if Harvey Milk in his aching 80s was still alive right now and standing here at the square that was named after him in his honor. He said, my name is Harvey Milk. I stood against City Lie before, and I'm here to say no to City Lie again. And that's what we must say as queer people of the city and county of San Francisco in the state of California. Say no, this is unconstitutional. How can something that was unconstitutional more than 30 years ago come back as constitutional? Same language has not been changed. It's the same group of players that was around before, carrying on the work as those of old.
In the 70s, everybody sat around on the sidewalks and got high and cruised, because that's what you did in the 70s. And I know because I'm an old-timer. I wasn't here, but I was somewhere else, and that's what we did there, too. Now they say they're not going to pick on gay men. Right. They're going to pick on homeless queer youth in the Castro, because the merchants already called the cops on the homeless kids. So now they're going to have just another weapon against kids who are poor and homeless because of fucking economy, because the rents are so immorally high in San Francisco. Right? They're also going to use it against the day laborers in the Mission, because we already know that the neighborhood where the day missioners, the day laborers hang out is gentrifying, and the folks there don't want them.
We want to say no on L because we all need a place to go and chill out and relax, and it's all about being in the midst of people, in the midst of the city.
And I vote no on L because the youth don't have that space currently to go to, and if they don't have that space to go to, they don't have any place to go to in the Castro. You know, and there are only like clubs here, you know, and if the youth wants to find like a healthy relationship and they don't want to be in the midst of the drugs and alcohol that have, you know, that happens here, then I feel like that they need space to go to. There is still no specific place that is tailored to the needs of a queer and homeless youth. There's a couple of programs out there, but there is no safe space. And in the Castro, there is no safe space or a space dedicated or tailored to the needs of a homeless queer youth. And the shelter systems and the other youth programs out there are not queer friendly. Just because this is San Francisco, we need to, you know, really, you know, be transparent about the way our services are working for queer people queer people, queer youth, etc. Last year, there was a hearing in City Hall about the LGBT abuse within the shelter system. You know, there's some people working locally to open up the first all-ages LGBT shelter in San Francisco, which we hope to have very soon.
Land for high-rise condos, but not park benches for people to sit on. Now, this is putting profit before people. Are we going to allow profit come before people? No! If there's money, there's land to build high-rise condos, then there should be land for parks, benches, and everything else. To compensate for the lack of open space, that's why our sidewalks are the way they are. They are broadened for a reason, to allow people to socialize with their neighbors, especially the ones that live in the 350 feet square rooms called hotels. They are matchboxes, okay? So for my neighbors, my neighbors in the SRO hotels along 6th Street corridor, they come out and socialize with their friends on the sidewalk. That's how they socialize.
Homeless youth have a right to be in the city anyways, just like anybody else, and they have a right to sit on the sidewalk, and they have a right to go anywhere that they need to go.
I'm here because I'm a queer trans homeless person too, and I'm enraged at the fact that they're going to turn an already marginalized community into a criminalized one by turning sitting on the sidewalk into a criminal offense and a jailable offense.
If Harvey Milk were here today, what do you think he would say about Al?
I think he would say hell no.
Where the biggest interest lies is the number of queer youth that end up on the streets because they're rejected by their homes. I think it's a major issue, and you do see a lot of queer youth on the street who don't have a safe place to go. And things like this make it even harder for them to find stability and to find a good, safe place to be. I think it's also a slippery slope where first you mandate people not being able, you penalize people for sitting and lying on the sidewalk, and then it increases into people converging on the sidewalk and having freedom of speech. It's supposed to be the sanctuary city, it's supposed to be an accepting place and a safe place, but propositions like this show that it's clearly not.
If by some horrible chance this passes, we have to continue the fight all the way to the Supreme Court. It got struck down in 1979. It will get struck down again, I have no doubt. We have been working for an LGBT shelter. We helped sponsor a hearing in March. And at the hearing, an overwhelming number of LGBT folks, homeless and formerly homeless, came to testify to say that, to talk about their experiences getting beaten up, harassed in the shelters, and the attitude of staff, which was generally, so what do you want us to do about it? I think that an important thing to remember whenever we talk about shelters is that shelters are not housing, and that our goal, our ultimate goal, has to be to house people.
We're here, we're queer, and let's not let this fight go without fighting. Are you queer? Yeah! Are you here? Yeah!
So all this talk about Prop L and about the sidewalks and civility and all that other bullshit, we know it's all a cover for people who make profit off of housing and want housing to be expensive and want people who can't afford the housing in San Francisco not to live here. And what do we say to them? Fuck you, right? Because we are fucking here and we're not going away, right? We're here and we're queer and we're not going away. We are going to fucking demand affordable housing, and if they won't give it to us, there's no fucking peace for any of them.